if you want to get avocados, I mean, this is the place that Tom had found near a tree. It was near a Marcus pumpkin tree, which is another named variety, but this is, we could say a wild one. We could say one that grew from rootstock.
Now, this one looks nicer, Paul, than most of the wild avocados I get. That's a Donnie.
No, that's the Donnie.
They're both Donnies.
Oh, they're both Donnie.
This one's just older. It's more ripe. That's
all right.
Tree
So speaking of Donnie, what are these?
Simmons and Miguel.
Two of my favorites.
A lot of other tropical fruit, people ask me my favorite. It kind of shifts from year to year, but with avocado, I always go back to the...
Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees, one of my most requested guests. I'm back at his house. This is Tom from Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Paul.
Great,
Thanks for the surprise visit. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes, yes. Avocados, this is amazing. He's the avocado man. If you want to get avocados, get to his website. He does sell other things on his website. We were just talking about this fruit that sells out real fast, Monstera deliciosa.
Monstera deliciosa.
Yeah, but today we're talking about avocados. You are the man. So it's 2025 August right now, and what's currently in stock?
I still have Simmons, Donnie, and we just started with Miguel. Now, I've never had Simmons and Donnie this late, but the crop got off to a late start. I don't know how it is up where you are, but down south here, everybody Simmons and Donnies were way delayed. I mean, like a month and a half delayed. And so right now, people who are buying like our mix box are getting Donnie, Simmons, and Miguel. And then other people who love Simmons so much, I have that as a separate item. They can get Simmons. And I also have Donnie as a separate one because I know you're not a Donnie fan, but there are people.
What are you talking about? I love Donnie.
People are starting to call you. People give you two names when they call me up and they're like, your friend, the guy you do the videos, the guy with the beard. They started calling you the Donnie killer. They know you don't like the Donnie. But you know what? A lot of people that grew up eating it, and they like that mild flavor, and they actually want it. Yeah.
Well, Simmons is absolutely my favorite. I love Lula as well.
Yeah.
And your season's gonna last because after that you're gonna have Monroe, you're gonna have Choquette, right? It's gonna.
Yeah. Well, right now we've got the Miguel. We also have Naders in my other grove, and then from there we'll roll right into Booth 8, which people love.
Oh, amazing!
You like?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I sent you some last year? I
think you did.
Yeah. So we're gonna roll into Booth 8 in mid-September. Marcus pumpkin. I don't know if you've tried.
Good. Yeah. So good. There are many videos on that.
Yeah, and the Marcus crop is doing amazing. So I'll have Marcus pumpkin. Then we'll roll into the Choquettes at the end of September. And then in November, these guys right here, the Monroes, which are already plumping up nice.
Folks, if you want to get avocados, I mean, this is the place. I mean, and the price is just like cheaper than the store in some places.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Paul.
this is amazing, and I love it. I love it. And when I want avocados, you know, other than the ones I'm growing, which I want to discuss with you, but this is the place truly. And yeah, of all the avocados varieties, what's your personal favorite?
Lula. You mentioned Lula. Yeah. A lot of other tropical fruit, people ask me my favorite. It kind of shifts from year to year. You got me onto that white Perry mango last year that I just absolutely loved. This year I fell in love with like a standard, the Kent. I just couldn't eat enough Kents, you know. But, you know, my answer will vary. But with avocado, I always go back to the Lula.
Now, I have a Catalina that doesn't have a lot of avocados this year.
Yeah.
Is that a shy producer from your experience?
No, my Catalinas produce really well. Yeah.
And I'm very disappointed in my Oro Negro because it tastes great, but it's so little in the crop.
I've heard people complain, does it also ripen unevenly, or is that the...
No, they ripen fine.
They do? Okay,
they turn black when they're ripe.
Yeah, I have a tree, it's in its second season, it didn't even flower this year, but I didn't expect it to.
My Maria Black is looking great. Yeah? Yeah, that's looking good, and my neighbor's Choquette and Miguel's looking good.
Yeah, those are both great varieties. Now, but back to this Lula, the problem with the Lula is it's small and has a huge seed inside. So there's only like a thin rim of flesh, which if you're an eater, who cares, right? You're eating it for the quality of the fruit. But if you're a consumer and you could get a Monroe that's going to be, 3 pounds or a lula that has the same size seed, but it's only 7-8 ounces in weight, you know, you're going to get a lot less flesh. Also, the skin gets real scabby on a lula. So you're not going to find that commercially because Publix, Walmart, none of these places want to buy it. However, you go to any avocado farmer's backyard, that's the tree he's going to have growing in the backyard. And
there's different seasons between lula and a lot of these other ones often.
Yeah. Yep.
Very nice. Very nice. And you have a new one we're going to try today that is just a wild one that you grew here,
I found a wild one sprouted off a Marcus pumpkin graft, and I was checking the Marcus pumpkins, and this little rogue, what Paul's talking about is when we do our trees, we graft them, we clone our trees. So you plant a little avocado seed, it sprouts, and then this is a Monroe. If I want another Monroe, I take a cutting from the branch and I fuse it into that little seedling. And then that's what grows. I don't let the seedling grow. I let that branch flourish, and you get yourself another Monroe. But every now and then, below the graft, a rogue branch will sprout from the seed. And so that tree is producing 2 varieties of avocado. One, the clone version that we put into it. Also, the rogue branch that sprouted.
Rootstock version.
The rootstock. And you never know what you're going to get.
Have you tasted that one yet?
Not yet. I don't even know the right time of year. You know,
but it's ripe now. We'll try it.
It could be. We'll taste it.
Yeah.
Or I picked it too early and we'll spit it out. We'll see.
Yes. And Tom has an amazing YouTube channel where he talks all about his fruits that are in season, but a lot about avocados. If you want to learn about avocados, grafting, and everything else he just planted and everything, get to the channel. I'm going to put the link below. And what's the name of the YouTube channel?
Sleepy Lizard YouTube channel.
Sleepy Lizard.
Yeah.
And so definitely check that out and get to his website to buy some of these avocados. We're going to go inside now and try that avocado.
Thank you.
Tom, anything else you want to say?
No, just the website's GuacFarm.com. GuacFarm.com.
And here it is. Now, how are you doing with the Laurel wilt? Because I know that was a problem years past, is it?
It slowed down a lot this year. Not only myself, but a lot of other farmers have experienced a slowdown this year. And I'll tell you what, Paul, I meet with the people from University of Florida, the scientists over there, and it's, the scientific method is hypothesis, and then you test it. They're testing a few different hypotheses, but one of the ones that I find so interesting, and it's borne out, it's been proven in other types of diseases that involve fungus. So Paul's asking me about a disease called laurel wilt, where a beetle that carries a fungus in its fur will burrow into your tree. Then as the beetle tunnels, the fungus takes root in the tunnels. The beetle's larvae eats the fungus, so it's a symbiotic relationship, but the tree gets real sick and dies from that, okay? We've had a drop in dead trees. It could mean that just the trees that were more susceptible have died, but another thing it could mean, the fungus that resides on the hair of the beetle, it's not the only fungus that's there. There's other types of fungus. And what they're trying to see is, are the 2 types of fungus maybe mating and coming up with a weaker offspring? Or are the different funguses stronger and more able to survive? So if the fungus that causes the laurel wilt used to be 60% of the fungus, now it might only be 20%, and the other safe funguses have kind of snuffed it out. Or maybe there's something else and we just had a lucky year and next year we're going to start losing trees again.
It's all an experiment. That's how we learn. We wait and see.
But I can't get enough of listening to these scientists, the way they research this stuff and what they're testing and ruling out and learning. It's incredible.
Well, this place is incredible, and I've done many videos here. So definitely get on the channel and check out all the videos I've done here at Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm. And we'll go inside and try that new variety, and we'll also go check some other things out. So thank you, Tom.
You got it, Paul.
All right, so everybody, we're going to be tasting a bunch of fruit today, but this is the avocado that Tom had found near a tree. It was near a Marcus pumpkin tree, which is another named variety, but this is, we could say a wild one. We could say one that grew from rootstock. If it's good, he could actually name it and graft it, and then it can be a well-known avocado. Most of the time, wild ones aren't good and aren't worth it. But when they are good like this, they're you hit the jackpot. So we're gonna taste this and see if it is. I'll let Tom cut it. It is ripe right now. So we'll see how this tastes. And
Yeah.
we've done tasting videos here in the past where we've tasted tons of avocados.
Dude, we probably had $1,000 worth of avocados on the table one day,
Yeah.
me, you, and Julian.
Yeah.
So what Paul's talking about here as a wild avocado is the known cultivars. Like this one here is called a Donnie. This one here is called a Simmons. This one here is called a Miguel. These are all clones. These all grew from seed only one time. The rest of these are all grown from trees that are clones, which are cuttings of cuttings of cuttings of cuttings of the original tree. So this guy here, if it tastes good and blows our minds, we might have a new variety to name it.
Yeah.
Because this grew wild from seed. This is not
How about
a clone.
the Sleepy Avocado?
We could call it that. However, I haven't found a good taste in one yet. And while it is soft, when you have a new rogue variety like this, you don't know if you picked it at the right time.
Sure.
I know Donnie's harvest in May. I know Simmons harvest in late June, and I know Miguel starts in August because we've got decades of experience picking them. It's the first time anyone's ever picked one of these. I picked it in the month at the very end of July. I don't know if it's going to be ready or not. So let's cut it open. Now, this one looks nicer, Paul, than most of the wild avocados I get. Usually they're real bumpy, they're real scarred up. This guy's green. Okay, look at, he's extremely watery. There's watery water. There's here. You can eat that side.
Okay, so that's not a good sign.
No, there's water dripping out of it as I cut it open.
And a lot of times people think Florida avocados they're watery, and some are and some aren't.
Yeah. This one is definitely watery. Now, it could have been picked too early. Thank you. If it tastes like grass, it was picked too early. It looks nice. Kind of peels like a choquette.
Now, that one I would put in the Donnie category. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a little grassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little grassy. Now, what I would say, Paul, is I would come back in a month and I'll have another one of these because I might have picked it too early. When you're dealing with a new variety, you move into your house. There's an avocado in the backyard, avocado tree. You don't know what kind it is. Starting in the month of June, pick one. Let it sit on your counter for 7 to 10 days. It'll soften up. If it starts to wrinkle and turn black, you picked it too early. If it softens up and you take a bite and it tastes yucky, you might have picked it too early. Wait till July. Repeat the process. Do it again in August, September, October. Eventually, you will find the right time to pick the fruit. I will say this, Paul. This doesn't make me want to spit it out. A lot of the wild ones I get would make a dog lick his asshole to get the taste out of his mouth.
Okay. I would say it's a good avocado, good for nothing. It's a kind avocado, the kind you want to spit out. It gives Donnie a run for its money. What is this kind?
That's a Donnie.
No, that's the Donnie.
They're both Donnies.
Oh, they're both Donnie.
This one's just older. It's more ripe. That's
all right.
tree
So,
longer.
speaking of Donnie, I'm not a big fan of Donnie.
No,
but
you're not.
saying if they were picked later, they're good.
Yes.
So let's try it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. And I typically do wait on Donnie. So
that one you got to do now, right? I mean,
I wait to pick them.
God.
Most people who grow Donnies are sold out 6 weeks ago, Paul. These start the last week of
what
May.
are these?
Simmons and Miguel.
Two of my favorites. So maybe
good.
we compare these
Yeah,
three
that's
here.
fine. If they're ready, are they ready?
They're perfectly ready.
Okay. Okay, so this is a Donnie, and the Donnie is typically in season.
Now, I have tasted Donnie a little bit later, and they weren't as bad as often, but...
Yeah. So one thing you'll notice, Paul, the flesh is a lot more yellow later in the season. Like, notice even this one here, it's a little on the white side. And some avocados tend to be more light yellow. Some tend even toward orange, right? The Donnie, when you're eating these like in May, when we can first start picking them, they tend to be that pale white color. They tend to be a little more watery. What a lot of us in the industry do is we wait, especially like for my retail customers, I will wait until around the 4th of July to start picking them.
Here, give me the knife because I don't want to waste it.
Okay, give me half.
That.
I'll take half of that. Oh, here we are.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
So
Now
this one's the Donnie.
this is the Donnie, yeah.
I hope I like it, but I mean, when you got Miguel and Simmons,
Simmons is so good. Don't like? Yeah, Paul is not a fan of the Donnie. I like it. I have a lot of customers who specifically request it. One thing I've learned selling fruit, people love what they grew up eating. You find like an old timer that was born in Miami, grew up here, he's going to love a Hayden mango. He's going to love a Kent. You know what I mean? People like to eat. Well, I go back to Pennsylvania. I go to the pizza places I grew up eating, you know, and it just makes you happy. And so a lot of Cubans who grew up here in Miami and they live in different places in the country, they specifically.
This reminds me of the avocado, the Donnie, that when we were in New York and we tasted the big Florida ones, we like only wanted a Haas because the Florida ones are watery avocados.
Yeah.
And the Haas is so meaty. But when you taste some of the others, they have the nutty flavor. Then you're like, oh, okay, now I see why they like that. Which ones are these, man?
That's the Simmons. Let me feel that. Okay, yeah, that's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Simmons.
So that's the Simmons. So the way it works normally is you have Donnie that are usually ripe first, then Simmons, then Miguel, and then you can get into the Monroe or the Choquettes later seasons.
Then you get into summer, and you've got Russell, Brogdon, Loretta, Marcus Pumpkin, Hall. What's the one we were talking about a minute ago? The Cuban one.
Oh, Catalina.
Black Prince. There's a lot of them that come in the summertime.
Which one is this now?
That's the Simmons. And I mean, the Simmons is one of my top three. I love the Simmons. Yeah.
And that's the color of the Simmons.
Yeah, show them the color of the flesh. Yeah. See that?
This is one of my favorites and one I recommend for early. It's proven to be a great variety, commercial variety, right?
Oh, it's an excellent commercial variety. What's nice? Oh, that's so good. That texture.
So good. So good.
So
night
nutty.
And day difference.
So nutty. And from a commercial perspective, Paul, because I think one of the areas where I'm a little different than the rest of the people who do the YouTubes and stuff like that, like I am a straight up commercial farmer. I got 30 acres. I sell in, tens of thousands of pounds sometimes to packing houses, to Walmart, to Publix, to stuff like that. So I have like, a different perspective. Like my customers, like even though Donnie isn't one of your favorites, Publix and Walmart love the Donnie, and that's why I grow it. That's one of the reasons I grow it. It's got a huge demand. But like, an avocado farmer eating an avocado is like a mailman going for a walk on his day off. It shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. I get freaking excited when I'm biting into a Simmons.
Well,
I get excited.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'll be at football practice, and coaching the boys, and I know I have a Simmons waiting for me when I get home. Let me go get a different avocado there.
Well, this is perfect. It's ready.
I know, but I don't think it's. Let me go. Let me look at it.
Alrighty, he's going to look at the Miguel.
I think it's another Simmons. I think it's a small Simmons. Yeah, it's a small Simmons.
Okay.
Let me go get a Miguel.
Which is quite interesting, everybody, because where's it done? I bought a Simmons tree, and I was so excited to get a Simmons tree.
That was crazy.
And they tasted terrible. And I was so confused why they tasted terrible, and I was so, disappointed. And I waited years for it to grow, and I was so disappointed. And then Tom came to my house, and I said, Tom, my Simmons avocados, they don't taste well. And he took one look at it, and remember, the Simmons, they're usually the same. He took one look at it, he goes, the reason why it don't taste good is because you got a mislabeled tree. That's not a Simmons, that's a Donnie. And they look similar, and not in this example they don't, but normally they look similar, but the Donnie's has a little curve to one end. It's not completely round, whereas the Simmons is more round on every side. And I was so disappointed that I have a Donnie and not a Simmons. And I since did get a Simmons tree, but you win some and you lose some, right? So, but night and day difference in my opinion. And yeah, so now he's got...
I went and I thought I had a Miguel, but when I looked at it, one thing about the Simmons, Paul, it's got a flat spot. See the flat spot?
Yeah.
That's one way to know a Simmons. It's also got kind of a truncated top.
Oh, the Simmons. Yeah, that's how you tell. Forget about what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a truncated top, and it's kind of like pear-shaped. The Miguel, its claim to fame is it's got a nice dark skin like a watermelon, And it's also got them stripes, like them yellowish stripes like a watermelon. So that's a Simmons.
That's a Simmons.
There's Miguel.
Miguel, okay.
See the difference?
Yeah, this one's more round, right? No.
More round. It's got the subtle stripes. It's got a darker skin. It's got a shinier skin. And it's got a very firm texture. You think that's okay? Is that?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Miguel, of every one I grow, I think has the firmest texture of all the varieties. And I'm a fan. My customers loved the Miguel last year. I couldn't pick enough.
All right, here's the Miguel.
Yeah.
And it's peels so easy.
Peels are nice right off. Look at that, like little skin. Speaking of fruit that peels easy, I got one Brogdon this year. Oh, I love it.
This is definitely better than a Donnie, but not as good as the Simmons, in my opinion.
I'm good with it. I like it. You know, I tend to I don't really stack rank things as much. I just kind of decide whether I enjoy it or not. Because I find if I'm comparing all the time, then you're always comparing to the best. So you're always going to come up short. You know what I mean?
Well,
like I don't want my wife comparing me to like her ex-boyfriends if one was better. You know what I'm saying?
You're the best, Tom.
Well,
you're the best. That's why she married
tells
you.
me that, but you never know.
That's why she married you. Action speaks.
This is good.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Simmons here.
Oh, I mean, Simmons is amazing. And I got to take you over to my new grove. It was incredible because for the first picking, I needed about 5,500 pounds. I was only able to get 3,000 pounds that first week. I had to delay and for a second week so they could plump up more. And then I thought we were done. And I thought I was going to have to put my avocados on hold. Then the rains came, and I went back to the grove and checked on it, and I was like, oh my God. I had all these Donnies that just plumped up big like this, and Simmons that plumped up big. They were just like 5-6 weeks behind schedule. And so I was ready to have a shortage of avocado, but now we're doing good again, and that got me through to the summer varieties. But wow, I just love this, man.
Yeah, delicious.
It's good.
All right, everybody. So that is the avocados, and thank you, Tom, for showing us all of those.